She's no longer faking a smile, no longer acting like she's okay when she's not, because she's genuinely happy. This is her turn, and every woman deserves to be this happy. She's in her happy girl era. She's no longer faking a smile, no longer acting like she's okay when she's not, because she's genuinely happy. This is her turn, and every woman deserves to be this happy. She's in her happy girl era.
What it do, everyday people?
She's no longer
Hit
faking
that
a
like
smile,
button.
no longer acting like she's okay when she's not, because she's genuinely happy. This is her turn,
Yeah, y'all early.
and every woman
Black man don't cheat unless your name is Dwight Howard.
she's in her
Okay.
happy
Shout
girl
out to the Netherlands. I love the Netherlands. I'll be moving out to Utrecht. I'm gonna be moving out to Utrecht in 2020.
Because she's genuinely happy.
Was it
This is her turn,
2028 or 2029?
and every woman deserves.
We live, big dog.
She's in her happy girl era.
Just wait for a few of y'all to get in here.
She's no longer faking a
Turn
smile,
up with your boy.
no longer acting like
I
she's
wish I could
okay
go live on two
when she's
places.
not,
I think I might start going live on Facebook too.
because she's genuinely
TikTok.
happy. This is her turn,
I'm gonna add it all
and
in.
every woman
So y'all gonna be able to follow me here.
to be this happy.
Y'all gonna be able to follow me on
She's
TikTok,
in her
Facebook, all that. Why is she telling it now? Because Royce is telling everything now because she couldn't use him as a storyline to when she was on was it Basketball Wives? She couldn't use him as a storyline. So yeah. So now she's telling it now. She had a non-disclosure clause where she could not speak about their relationship on I am on Twitch. I just haven't streamed to it, but yes, so this what y'all about to see right now. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing this on all platforms. So really, y'all can follow me on all platforms. As soon, I don't know. I was thinking about doing like members only and doing this. Like y'all gonna see this, and after I'm done with this, I'm deleting this, and then it's gonna be on. It's gonna come up tomorrow, edited and all that. But this is what I was gonna do on my members only. Is if you join the members club, you'll be able to see all the drama ahead of time, and you'll get to see the unadulterated content that I'm gonna talk about. But of course, because this is everybody seeing this, I'm not about to say no wild shit on here. I gotta be able to censor myself sometimes. Okay. Plus, I ain't gonna always say the most valued opinion. I might ruffle some feathers if I feel like it. It's almost midnight in the Netherlands. Yeah, I love the Netherlands. Man, one time, so I went to the Netherlands. I've been all around the world, if y'all ain't know. But I went to the red light district. I went to Hammer Street, if I think that's what it's called, Hammer Street. I mean, I got so high. All right, so I didn't smoke. So I went to a bar, got a drink, smoked, and then I got on the train to go to Utrecht. And then I got to my hotel room. I was so high, man. And weed is legal there. Man, I was scared. I was nervous. I started trying to flush my weed down the toilet. I was like, Ah. All right, so shout out to everybody who pulled up in here. That was my one little story. Let's get this thing popping, man. Appreciate y'all for hit that like button, man. Let's get on to this lady's story, cause um, she's with the drama for the baby mama. All right.
Hey y'all, it's Royce. And due to a lot of recent occurrences that include lies, fabrications, false accusations, threats, etc., I realized that it's about that time for me to tell my story from the beginning to now. Unfortunately, someone keeps calling my bluff. And when you're an ant fighting an elephant, the only way to eat an elephant is bite by bite. Therefore, I want to let you know that I am a true Cancer zodiac. I told you to leave me alone. I told you not to fuck with me. Yet you still do. So, because of that, I am not Michelle Obama. When they take it low, I do not take it high. I take it to hell. And now, you're going to get what you asked for. I had a baby by Superman, and here's his fucking kryptonite. Hey, y'all. I'm Royce. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm going to get this out. So, this is my story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004 to now. All because I had a baby by Superman. Part 1. July 31st, 2004, I was at the movies at Downtown Disney with 2 of my friends. When 3 male figures walk in, one looking to be about an inch away from being a midget, the other very skinny and he had a bad acne problem, and another one who was extremely tall. As they come over to the concession stand, we are greeted with, "Y'all in my book." Our response was, "What book?" He goes, "My yearbook." I then respond, "No, sweetie, I'm grown." He goes, "No, my magic book. Y'all used to dance with the magic." Oh, yes. He's like, "I'm the rookie." Oh, hey. That's how that went, okay? And he was talking about, oh, y'all not dancing this year, that we left them with the Lion King. Like, it was a bunch of nice teas and goofiness, and that was it. He still had braces. It was nothing. So we go to see The Notebook, and they go to see something that I used to think was Transformers, but it was something along those lines. I don't know. Maybe iRobot. I don't know. Anyway, about 10-20 minutes into
Transformers.
I go to the bathroom because I am now in a full-blown argument with my then boyfriend, who is breaking up with me because he is swearing that I'm at the movies with a dude. Obviously, I am not. But he was very insecure, and it was just an ongoing thing with us. So we broke up that day, and I was devastated because, what? I got dumped. Anyway, walk out the bathroom, and Superman is sitting there on the bench. And he goes, "No one should ever make you cry like that." Okay, thank you. And he's like, "Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm young, but no man should ever make you feel like that." He had braces. So I'm like, again, thank you. And I go on about my business, and I go back to the movie. And I'm in the movie doing all of this, of course, on my little aim, my little sidekick. But by the end of the movie, I'm just kind of over it. So we're walking out the theater, and they're leaning on the car like they're in Boys in the Hood. So we're walking across the street, and his cousin comes up to me, which is the one with the acne problem, and he goes, "Hey, my cousin trying to holler at you." And I was like, "Well, why is your cousin not over here?" So he calls him over, and yes, we exchanged numbers. And yes, it probably was because, not even probably, it was because I was trying to make my now ex jealous. It is what it is. I was 24, whatever. So his first text to me was, "Hey, this is real name, the tall guy." So if you've ever seen me put TG on something or like heard about that nickname, that's where that came from. So anyway, fast forward, 2 months go by and I have not gone out with him. I haven't really said too much to him outside of like AIM and, you know, T-mail. So I was just being an asshole. Well, realizing that my relationship is now over for real, my dad is like, well, why not just go and like hang out? You know, he's like, you don't have to like do anything. He's like, but just hang out. You know, have like some male companionship. Not like that, but just someone to hang out with and have fun that enjoys doing like goofy shit like me, right? So we decide that we're going to go to the movies at Festival Bay, which is now changed names probably like 20 times. But we go to those movies, and I'll never forget this day because this is when I felt the shift. But it was a man and his son, and the son ran up to me and was like, oh my God, you're a magic dancer. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I am. That never happens, y'all. People don't know the magic dancers here. Like, no, for real. People don't know the magic dancers at all. So I was like taken aback, and he asked if he could take a picture. He pulls out a real camera and he takes a picture. After that day, there was a shift. I started getting invited to promos, to fashion shows, to theme parks, like, you know, team events. I was everywhere. And I had stated a few times that I was thinking about going back to dance, and he was against it. So I did a brand ambassador tour with Cherry Vanilla Dr. Pepper, came back, and I said, I've made up my mind. Like, I'm doing this. And was he being supportive of things that I was doing? Yes. He was at the fashion shows that I did with Gaucher. Yes, that Gaucher. Hey, girl. He was coming to my parties. I mean, he was around. So I'm not going to say like he wasn't doing anything. He was. But I wanted my career. I went back. The team took me back, knowing what our history was. I danced that year. The next year I said I wanted to go to Miami. I said I wanted to dance for the Heat. That was my dream team, either there or the Dallas Cowboys. And both of those he was completely against, and I had no idea why. He would offer like our suggestions for other teams, but never those two. Just completely against anything in Texas and Miami. Now you'll know why. I audition for the team. I make it. Yay me. And after a couple weeks, there's a couple girls that are just treating me weird, and I didn't know why. Well, I ended up finding out that he had cheated on me with one of my teammates who used to live in Texas, but now was coming to the Heat, and he had been trying to get both of us to not say anything. Anyway, broke up with him and was trying to live my best life, y'all. Really was, right? And I ended up getting in an argument with one of my best friends on the team that you all know as Super Black Girl, Tracy. Got in an argument with her, so I was suspended for 2 weeks. So I went to Mexico with my DJ friend, and we had time of our life, whatever. Came back, and my phone is blowing up, my little sidekick, and it's him. And I'm asking for advice from my DJ friend, and he's like, hey, just go and talk to him. Just see what he got to say. You know, just hear him out. Like, maybe he really is sorry. Okay. I go to the hotel, and at first he wasn't in there because he was at, like, team meetings. But then he comes in, and we're in there, and we're talking, and he's pleading his case and asking for forgiveness, talking about how much he loves me and that he'll never do it again, that I'm the one for him, I'm perfect this, perfect that. All these things, y'all. And I said I would think about it. I said, you know, I'll talk to you later. So I walked to the room, or I walked to the door, and he pulls me back with my arm, and he's like, well, can I at least have a hug? Sure. That hug turned into kissing and touching and our child being conceived. I did not know I was pregnant until about a little over a month later when I was in practice, and one of the dancers who, funny story, ended up marrying the head coach of, that's not important, sorry. So after practice, I go to Walgreens and I buy a pregnancy test and I take it home, take the test, call my brothers and girlfriend, wait for the results, and when I see them, I start bawling. I literally lost it. I saw my entire career just disappear, and I was devastated. I called my mom in the same state of mind. She's losing it. She's freaking out until I finally tell her, like, I'm pregnant. She goes, oh, I thought you killed somebody. That's how hard I was crying. She asked me if I had told him, and I said, I've been texting him. I've been texting his cousin. I've been texting his best friend, and nobody was responding. And I said, Mom, I cannot be a mother. And I said, please help me. Like, I cannot be a mom. I'm not ready to be a mother. And she was like, well, you're going to have to tell your dad. So for 2 days, I waited for a response. And when I finally got one, the response was, I was asleep. I responded, for 2 days, you just played a game in Milwaukee last night. And then he responded, I thought you were on birth control. Hey y'all, it's Royce. And this is my story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004 to now, all because I had a baby by Superman, part 2. We left off with, I thought you were on birth control. I'd like for it to be noted that I had not been on birth control our entire relationship. He was very aware, and also as to why he was not against it. Also, I'd like for it to be noted that there was no attempt to pull out that particular day, whereas in the past he would move so fast that he would run into the dresser drawers. So let's continue. About a week went on and there was a little bit of communication, and the communication was regarding terminating the pregnancy. I was told that he would help me. I just needed to get to Orlando and we would do it there. I said, okay, not a problem. Just know it has to be a quick turnaround because I have to get back to work and I can't let my parents know. Please understand, I had no idea how abortions worked at all. So I'm thinking that I could just get up and turn around. Anyway, communication ceased again. Now I'm having to talk to my parents. I talked to my mom again. She was adamant about me telling my dad. So I told my dad. And my dad was like, huh? And I'm like, huh, what? He goes, all right. And I said, well, I don't want you to worry because I'm not going to keep the baby. I'm going to terminate the pregnancy and then I'm going to finish the season out. I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to fulfill this contract that I got with Treasure Island. Like, I had all these plans and I was going to pursue my career. And he was like, no. It's like, you're going to have to put that on hold. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you were woman enough to lay down. You're going to be woman enough to keep this baby. Now, back then, it wasn't a decision that was just easily made where you could just go to a clinic, okay? It was also extremely expensive, especially for someone who was dancing on basketball courts in booty shorts and a half top. So my mom did not give me the money, and I was now stuck. And I was asking friends. I was trying to just figure out anything I could do. It even got to the point where I was drinking magnesium citrate, or I was trying to use a hanger. It was bad. It was bad. But when I went to the doctor and I heard the heartbeat, that is when things were put into a bigger perspective for me. I don't know what it is, but when you hear that heartbeat, it changes you. And I knew then that I was going to be a mom. And so now it's time to tell Superman that he is having a baby. And as you can imagine, that message was not received well. And I was met with a bunch of, oh, you're tarnishing my image, you're ruining my career. I'm a Christian, what I look like having a baby, and I'm trying to put the cross on the NBA logo. How could you do this to me? You're a gold digger. Oh yeah, I was hit with everything, y'all. Like I didn't have a career. But because none of those changed my mind, he then hits me with, and I have a girlfriend. Okay. I've always had a girlfriend. Oh, wow. Okay. So now I'm realizing, y'all, that not only is this person a completely different person than I thought he was, but I've realized that he is a master manipulator and he will do any and everything to get exactly what he wants. I didn't fall for it, and because I didn't fall for it, I was then met with hell on earth. When I was about 4 or 5 months pregnant, I was asked to attend a meeting at a restaurant right around the corner from my townhome. I agreed to it, and when I got there, one of the first things said to me was, "You don't look pregnant." I said, "Thank you." They said, "No, because you have your belly ring in still." Mind you, I had already had this conversation before about wearing a belly ring while I was pregnant. I just liked it. But then they said that it just looks like you're poking your stomach out. Why am I here? Like, what the fuck y'all got going on? What do you want? Right? We sit down, and in this meeting is his manager, his cousin, himself. I am then offered money. I'm asking what the money is for. I'm thinking that maybe it's to help me with my pregnancy. No. I was asked to move away and say that this baby was not his. Twice. I declined. They got angry. I was then approached by the team office, and they wanted me to come in and have a sit-down conversation and do a prenatal paternity test. My doctor said absolutely not. Therefore, I said no, it was dangerous, and once the baby came, I was not opposed to doing so. For the next couple months, I got ready for a baby shower. I got ready with my baby registry. And every time I did anything, I was met with false accusations. I was threatened. With the baby registry, I was told to take his name off of there. And I did. For the baby shower invitations, I was told to take the name off of there. So I did. But I still was getting threatened. I was still receiving anonymous messages on MySpace and Twitter. And I didn't know what to do. Around early November, I started having really bad complications with my pregnancy, and I was put on bed rest. I didn't listen, but I was put on bed rest. As hard as it was to sit still, it was something that I knew I needed to do because I could tell something was wrong. On November 16th, I had a doctor's appointment, and my doctor was like, "You need to go to the hospital, and they need to put you on a monitor. Stop letting them tell you that you're dehydrated." I said, "Okay, cool." We go to the hospital. They still don't put me on the monitor, and I'm just over it, and I go home. Around 3:33 that next morning, November 16th, I woke up to excruciating pain. I threw something down the stairs. My brother came up, who had been staying with me, told him I needed to go to the hospital. We go to the hospital. They finally put me on a monitor, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're having contractions for real." No shit. They say that they're going to admit me. I said, "Until how long?" They said, "Until you have this baby." Oh, cool. Tell my mom everything. This is also during Classic Weekend. 54 and a half hours, I was in labor, and my child was delivered via C-section. They knew the day that I went into the hospital. They knew the complications I was having. They knew that the child's heart rate had been dropping, and not one person cared. Not one person responded to that at all. But when they found out that the baby was born, an immediate message came through to my mother asking for a picture. I said, "Send the picture." She sent the picture, and the response was, "Oh, that's my grandbaby." To me, all babies look alike when they're born, so whatever, but hey, go off. I was thinking that maybe that was going to be a start to something better, but it was actually the gateway to hell. For the next 3 days, I stayed in the hospital, and not one time did I receive a visit from him or anyone in his family, but his girlfriend actually did stop by unannounced and uninvited with a bag of bibs talking about we needed to speak. I said, "No, we don't." Asked her to leave, and she left. It was cool. Well, a few days later, I was discharged from the hospital the day before Thanksgiving, actually. And on Thanksgiving, we go to my cousin's every single year, who stayed right around the corner from him. He kept saying that he was going to come by, that he was around the corner, that he was about to ring the doorbell. All these things, kept saying that he was coming by. Y'all, he never showed up. We then ended up taking a paternity test at a neutral location, even though the team had asked me to take it at their offices, and I said, hell no, because I don't trust them. We took it at a neutral location. The results came back on Christmas Eve. He acted like he was excited, wanted to see the baby the next day, Christmas. I said, cool. Christmas comes. He's like, who all over there? And he wanted to see him by himself. I said, absolutely not. I'm not telling my family to leave. They're my support system. So they stayed. He comes in. He's with his cousin. His cousin is taking all these pictures. I'm not taking pictures. His cousin's taking pictures. Next thing we know, a few days later, these pictures that his cousin has taken, one in particular where he's laying on the sofa and our child is on his shoulder, has now gone, like, I guess back then, viral. And everybody now knows that Superman has a baby. Hey y'all. Hey y'all, it's Royce, and I'm back again to tell you about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004, and still now, all because I had a baby by Superman, part 3. We are now in January of 2008, and I am at my cousin's house, the same cousin that stays around the corner from him. He calls and he says that he wants to come and have a talk with me. I said, okay. He comes by. Superman is bearing gifts. There's a brand new car outside for me, a Lexus SUV, a brand new Sidekick phone, and he offers to buy me a house. After talking it over with my dad, my mom, it was absolutely not, because the house is not going to be in your name, and it's something that he can take from you at any moment if he gets mad. So I declined it. He then said, well, let me refurnish your townhouse. Okay. I was not asked about any type of furniture. They just showed up at my door one day and just started bringing stuff in. No lie. I had no say so. When it came down to me needing diapers and bottles and now formula, because I'm no longer able to breastfeed, my body wasn't producing enough milk. His mom did at one point come by with a bunch of diapers. I was very thankful. But that was it. There was nothing else. There was no help. There was nothing. At this point, I auditioned for a dancing gig at Holy Land. And I got the gig, so I began dancing in late January. So now I have a job. I'm working. On the days that I had to work, my child was with my parents. And on occasion, he would be with his father and the nanny and his girlfriend. Well, there were days where he would come home from seeing or spending time with his father, and he would be very colicky, throwing up, like sick. I mean, fevers, would have to take him to the doctor. It was a lot. That relationship he was in ended. I find out later on that the reason my child was returned super colicky, sick, throwing up, all these things, only to then be told it was because they were purposely giving him food that was opposite of what he was eating. I would pack a bag and I would have it listed of what he should be eating for lunch, for dinner, all these things. And he was intentionally given the opposite. So when he would be returned home, he was sick, colicky, throwing up, having to go to the hospital. When I confronted the situation, I was told that that was a lie and that it was only done because they thought I was trying to micromanage, and they decided that they were just going to give him whatever they wanted to give him. Okay. I let it go, y'all. Now, again, we've had the birthday party. We've had our Christmas. Things seem to be going okay, right? We've now gone to mediation, and in mediation we agreed to a child support number, and it was drastically, probably a third of what one of my attorneys was requesting. I said that I didn't want to seem like I was out for his money, so I was okay with the amount that was given. Totally fine. Moving forward, I start dating. Now all of a sudden it's, I think we should make this work. This is your first kid. This is, my first kid. Let's make this work. Now, this is where I could probably be stupid. Well, I was dumb. I saw family. And I am a very forgiving person. If you know anything about me, I forgive way too much. So we decided to work on a relationship. Crazy, right? But we did. Almost immediately, I regretted it. I was forced to do things sexually that I did not necessarily agree with. But because I wasn't that experienced, I thought it was normal. And I never complained about it. I just felt like this was me experiencing things that maybe he has experienced and I have not. That's when things started turning verbally and physically and also mentally abusive. I was told that I was stupid. I was told that nobody would ever want me. I was told that everybody here loved him and hated me. And how does it feel to have my hometown turn on me? I better not ever leave him. If I left him ever, he would make my life a living hell. And he did. There were days that I would be at his home and I was threatened with a knife, and then it was laughed off. But when the knife was in my face, it was, I could kill you right now and get away with it because I could claim self-defense and they would believe me and not you, because who are you? That happened. He came to my house one day to pick up our child, and because I did not have a bag packed or orange Trident gum or soda in my refrigerator, he followed me into our child's closet and he grabbed me and he pushed me to the floor and said, in the future, I better have his bag waiting. I then left. I go out into the family room and I'm telling his best friend, the one that's an inch away from being a little person, and I'm like, get your friend, he's going crazy, what's wrong with him? Well, he comes in there and he, in front of his best friend as well as my goddaughter, my other goddaughter, he grabs my hair and he forces me to the floor and he's like, who the are you talking to? Our child, who is not even 2 yet, is thinking he's playing. So he's grabbing at his leg with his baby voice and he throws me into the entertainment center. When he threw me into the entertainment center, it broke the door. So I was flung into the one on the right, and our son, who was grabbing him and like thinking he was playing, he then flung him into the other door. I do not think that was intentional. I don't think he knew his own strength, but that's what he did, and it did break that door as well. Our son started crying. His best friend was like, man, what you doing? Like, you know, that's a female. And he's just not caring. That's when I realized, like, oh my God, I'm in a relationship that I swore I would never be in. Now, moving on, the day that I really wanted to leave was a day where I did not want to have relations with him, and he then forced me to give him fellatio. I know you're wondering, how does someone force you into doing that? When you are dealing with someone that is that big and you are that small and you're terrified of them and they have gotten away with so much and doing so many things, and you're still the one made out to be crazy and bitter, you're probably willing to do just about anything just to get through it. And that's where I was. After that, another nanny came into the picture. I knew this nanny was not okay. When she would drop our child off, he would sit in the doorway and he was hitting himself. Or he would be in the bathtub and he would be playing with himself in a really weird way that just didn't seem right. Of course, he was little, so he couldn't really vocalize things. But yeah, I could tell something wasn't right. There was the day where I invited her inside and I sat her down and I said, I just need to talk to you. And I said, have you ever put your hands on my son? And she swore up and down no. And I said, well, why is he sitting in the doorway hitting himself or playing with himself in the bathtub? And she was like, oh my God, I don't know. Why would you even ask me something like that? I said, because I want to know. She swore up and down that she had never put her hands on my son in an inappropriate way or even as a disciplinarian. I said, okay. And I said, but if I find out that you have ever put your hands on my son, we're going to have a problem. She asked me if that was a threat. I said, no, it's not a threat. It's a promise. She then went back and told them that I threatened her. And I told them the same thing, that I didn't threaten her, that I made a promise. And that's when things started getting hidden from me about what was going on at that house with my child. But I found out anyway. This is also around the time that Basketball Wives was coming to fruition.
Gag order.
Hey y'all, it's
Talk.
Hey y'all.
Alright, everyday people, what it do, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We are live today, man. Shout out to my everyday people in the chat. Shout out to Review That with Des, TNT, Robin, and Anti-Hyena Squad, man. Y'all, TNT, man, y'all, put the link down below for TNT, Anti-Hyena Squad, and Review That with Des, man. Y'all check out the links in the comment section below. Alright, we got Opulence Scents, where you can get you a 3-wick candle. Go ahead and ball out and get that 3-wick candle. And man, HiveMindLabs.com. Okay. Now let's get into it, y'all. Thank y'all for all tuning in and being so proactive with this story. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. I'm gonna read some of these comments because it's getting very interesting. Of course, the people in the comment section on TikTok, as you would imagine, is kind of like iffy. Okay, some people believe, some people don't. I do think she's leaving a lot out. Of course, you know, she telling her side of the story. There's always 3 sides to the story. There's her side, his side, and the truth. Of course, we're gonna hear everything bad that this man do. Okay, so we're gonna judge it based on the facts. Okay, and I don't want to judge her too much, but I just want to say, girl, how you force a man force you to give him head? Just bite that thing off. Bite it off. I bet you he'll never ever put that thing in another person's mouth again. I say person because we don't know. You know, when she said he was going to see Transformers, did she mean? I don't know if y'all got to read up on the stories of Dwight, but yeah. All right, so let's get into it, man. I just realized my headphones was feeling weird, and I realized I had them on backwards. But yeah, so crazy story, man. She's coming out to tell this 20-year-old story. The son is now like a grown adult. Imagine hearing this as an adult, hearing how your father was treating your mother when you was a kid. I think this is gonna be very heartbreaking and disturbing to him at this point. We are only on part 1. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, but it's gonna be part 1 of our series. I'm gonna try to do every one of these live. Okay. I do feel like yeah, man. So she was broke. If y'all didn't know, she was on a salary of a Miami Heat dancer, and they can't really have real jobs because their main job is the dancer, but they can have a real job, but the dancing job comes first. So if they had to like go somewhere, or they had a little thing on Saturday where they had to go there, they couldn't do their main job. Their main job would have to be the actual team job, and they don't get paid. They get paid like $75 a night at the games. So you know, you imagine 40 games or 40 home games, you know, times that by 75. That's a pretty shitty career, you know. And she says she has a career, but you know, it is what it is. It's something. She bringing in income. She has something going on. They got her a TV show. We got her all this other extra stuff. But of course, during the TV show, what she was bringing up at the end, she was put on the gag order. Okay, so she really couldn't talk about him through none of the shows, which is crazy because now he has a reality show, and it's all out there. You know what I'm saying? The new Babymama is just having a ball with this. Okay, because he was the prize. You know, let's keep it real. He was the prize. Now, I don't know why she's going at his cousin and his friend so hard. Like, if the friend, if we ain't gonna support abuse, we ain't gonna glorify that. But the friend sound like he was like trying to stop his cousin from putting hands on you, sister. And I would think, why would you be like disrespecting him? So maybe somewhere in the story she'll explain why she don't like the cousin and the friend and talking about the friend. You know what I'm saying? You know, as being disrespectful to him in that regards, but you know, we don't know these. We don't know the whole story. So I thought we was gonna get more insight. You know, when people do long ass story times like this, like give us details. Don't be skipping over shit. She went from 2004 to 2007. You know, a lot happened. You know what I'm saying? A lot of unprotected sex, and then when he said that he was he was like, you woman enough to lay down and make the baby. Now you got to keep it. Then when she keep the baby, now he don't want it. I'm lost. I don't understand. Like, if that was really his thoughts, maybe that was his thoughts prior to, you know, anything when she first got pregnant. But then maybe some turmoil happened in the relationship where, you know, things got a little crazy, and he was like, you know what, I don't want no baby with you. But then to drink magnesium and put a hanger up your coochie, girl, that's attempted murder. We should arrest you right now. You should be arrested, Royce. Okay? This is absolutely insane. I mean, this story is, I can tell you right now that this whole story is about to be toxic as hell. Their whole relationship about to be toxic. Well, at the beginning. So, you know, through the beginning of their relationship, very toxic. They weren't together. When they conceived this baby, he had a girlfriend, whooped it down. Um, you know, why would you have a baby with a person? Why would you not take a plan B? You want to have you want to off the baby and stuff like that, and you can't afford it, and all this stuff, just crazy toxicity. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Thank you for recently subscribing, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, um, I don't know. I don't know what to anticipate hearing the rest of this story. I think what I think, man. I'm not calling her a liar. I just think that she's just she's just why 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the story time we think we don't need. We want it. Everyday people, we want it. We messy. Bring it on. But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna be telling those stories about my baby mamas in 20 years. Like, even now, we ain't even 20 years. I don't care. I don't care that much. You know what I'm saying? To be talking about their lives and stuff and telling everybody how, you know, it really, if it was a story that I was telling, 90% of it is about me. Okay? This is what people need to start doing, man. People need to start telling the stories, not about other people. Tell them how you learned and what you learned, instead of just sitting there blaming the other person about, oh, he did me wrong, he did this wrong, the child support wasn't high enough, and all this stuff, man. You know, I just think it's crazy, especially having a baby by this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the baby's now grown. Like, so now the baby got to figure the son. Um, if it's the same son that I'm thinking of, probably not the same. So I don't think it's the same son that Dwight Howard was training off in China. Like, you know, he's making him cry, and everybody got onto him about that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. But also another thing that is interesting is that he was they were quarantined together during they were quarantined together during the pandemic. So, you know, what did she do with the hanger, Vita? I don't. Only thing I can imagine is she was trying to stick it up there and poke the sack, but that's kind of crazy. Um, you know, why do y'all think she was forced to sign a NDA? This right here. She can't hold water. She about to tell it all. This is a tell all story. Um, and you know, we just gotta hear more of this story. And Jackie Cheeky says he touched this comment can't be shown, but it said he touched his son and he was on the down low messing with men, but I'm going in on her. That ain't who said he touched. That's alleged. We don't know if he touched his son. We do not know if he did that. Like that I cannot confirm. But he's messing with men. That it's on video. This is prerogative. It's out there. But that has nothing to do with a relationship and her telling the story. What we need to do is find out what he's saying now that's making her tell this story. What's going on behind the scenes? Your kid is grown. Man, I do not talk about my older child with my baby mama. My child is 19. If I got a bone to pick with her, I'm going straight to her. And I've already told her, me, don't come to your mama with a problem to me. You come to me because me and your mama's relationship with you is through finito. Okay, you are no longer. We are just related to the same person. We are no longer an item. Okay, like let's be real. You know what I mean? And I get it. I don't think she's broke. So why tell this story? Maybe she's out for some vengeance or something. She probably, you know what it is, when you've been dogged out for so long in your lifetime that and through these 20 years, she's probably been done wrong so many times that she's like, she probably hit a breaking point. You know what I mean? If you hit that breaking point, you be like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm about to tell people who the real you is, which 90% of the people don't care. We just gonna be interested in the story, but we don't care. Like honestly, like he's out the NBA, he's out the World League in China. You know, he's moved on with other endeavors. So at this point, you're like, you know what? You've been playing with me, I'm gonna play with you. So that's pretty much what this is. It sucks to hold that much hate and anger in your heart after this many times, but we can't tell nobody how to hurt and how to heal. This may be part of her healing process, or this may be part of her, you know what, I'm sick of your shit process. Because we know women have been sick of our shit for a long time, and when they sick of our shit, this is what they do. Okay, any way I can put you down, I'ma do it. And it's sad to say, but you know, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors when people be doing something. No, she not beyond the BS. Look, you can go in the comment sections. In the comments, um, a lot of people are telling her, you know, this is her story to tell. You know what I'm saying? It's her turn to, you know, there's people on her side. But then there's people who asking questions like, respectfully, in 2000, if you had a career, why couldn't you afford a termination that was less than $1,000, possibly $500? Everybody's asking these questions. People genuinely want to know some of these real things, and these are women. So we can't just be saying, "Oh, PJ, I don't need to do. I'm not doing no research. I'm watching this. Only thing I seen with her was on Basketball Wives, and that's it. I don't even. No, I don't know that story. I didn't. I do. I don't even pay attention to blogs. I'm gonna be honest. I do not pay attention to blogs. I see stories and I watch them. I do know a little bit about him because I did watch Basketball Wives, and I knew that this was his baby mama. But that's about it. Like I don't know anything else about that. Um, Somebody else said in the comments, every single time Dwight Howard pop up with someone new, here she go. Leave that man alone already. All right. Lady says, not you going back 20 years. Tag me when you get to 2020 so we can sit there and watch all of them at the same time. It's been 20 years. Move on. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, why now? These are women want to know why now. Why now? I guess we're gonna get to the why. We're gonna eventually get to the why. Why all this is coming out. You know what I mean? And really, I don't even think that it has any. I don't think she's jealous. I don't think she's bitter. I do think she holds a lot of resentment. One, because there is a lot of, like, this is 20 years of madness. If we can agree to disagree, there's 20 years of madness. I don't know. I'll tell y'all, man, I ain't perfect. So if y'all see a story about PJ shit, y'all can be like, God damn. You know? You know, shit. When another person says, yep, that money gone, gotta switch to hustle. So everybody's not for this. A lot of women are in support of women. If you're a woman's woman, you just like, yeah, get out there and tell it. Stick it to them, you know? And she could be dead ass wrong. And women gonna still support her. But in men, you know, every man, including myself, is sitting over here like, man, the money gone. She broke. She need a story to tell. She need another storyline on Basketball Wives. You know, everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got an opinion. We here for opinions. Okay, we can only give our opinion. Every opinion is valid. Okay, nobody's opinion is more unvalid than the rest. You know, we just here for a good time, not a long time. So don't think y'all gotta agree with me. Don't think that y'all gotta hate me or whatever. Y'all, we can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, black men, we don't cheat, except if you're Dwight Howard. Okay, okay, because obviously this is a video of him alleged. Oh, did she even say he cheated? Oh yeah, she did say he cheated. She said he cheated on her. So yeah, that has to be determined. But then again, they were quarantined together. We need to bring shame back. Yes, yes, yes. That's why they have me here. I'm here to shame y'all. I am here to shame y'all. I don't know who this lady is. Well, this lady is a reality TV star. Naya, no, we don't cheat. That's blasphemous. I've never cheated in my life. Okay. Don't nobody hold that up. Don't strike that from the record. Okay. Resentment ages you. Let it go. I agree. I agree. At some point, you gotta get. You know, man. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all how resentment is, because there's a situation with a child of mine whose mother, you know, we never had a real good relationship, And time has passed, and not once, I don't think not once y'all have heard me come on here and talk bad about her. You know what I mean? Because for what? You know what I mean? It doesn't help me. It won't help my child. You know, if I need to go see a therapist, I go see a therapist. But bashing her and coming out and telling people how is she a bad mother, or if she did this, or if she, used to get drunk, or if she cheated on me, or what, any of that nonsense, it don't help me. And then now the kid is grown, like her kid, kid born in 2007. It is now 2024, so the kid is at least 17. You know, I don't think this. I don't think this. I wouldn't want to hear this type of story about my father. We want to look at our mother and father as dirt. They might be dirt bags in real life, but I still want to love my father, and I don't want to. I don't want to hear stories about him hurting my mother, although they might be true. I think sharing it for the world is probably just a little crazy. It's a little crazy. So, but I enjoy. I mean, I'm intrigued. Y'all ready for part two, man? We gonna wait. Of course, if y'all want to go check out it as it comes out, I'm gonna try to do 3 at a time, and we gonna get into it, man. I'm just not gonna. All I'm saying is, I get why she doing it. I don't get 100%. I don't get exactly the whole story, and I know TikTok is therapy for a lot of people. But I just think that like she could have held off on this. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it as my kid is grown. But who am I to tell people what to do? Because that's what I'm here for. This is my job. My job is to come here and do this shit. So I gotta find people, whether you famous or not, to go through your mess and discuss it. Because you know, but yeah. So keep it coming, Royce. We here for you. You know what? We gonna be your therapist. Next, I'm gonna do a poll. Yeah, I'm gonna keep smoking. I gotta smoke, cause you know what? Then I be doing this, messing with stuff like this. If y'all don't know, I be clipping my damn fingernails. I ain't got no damn fingernails, cause I just be over here clicking them up. They gotta be perfect. I get OCD when I get a damn a nail that's just hanging. I just gotta clip it and make it even. So you know. Diddy, I do believe Diddy and Dwight have partaked in some time together at different parties. But yeah, man. Damn, I was talking about something else. Yeah, yeah, Dwight, man. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all this about Dwight. All right. I do believe that he was a big baby and he was doing a lot of shit behind the scenes. Because being in the NBA, being a man, also, he was a wine bucket when it came to him and Shaq. You know what I'm saying? It was just like Dwight been a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Dwight been a weirdo, man. I just never liked his attitude. So it's a chance that a lot of this stuff could be true. You know what I'm saying? It's a good chance. She's telling it, so some of the stuff might not make sense to us because she's only giving one side of it, and sounds like to me just Dwight just ran her life and ran her relationship. But he could have been a textbook narcissist, and I believe it went both ways, but of course we only gonna get one side of the story. And love it or hate it, nobody's ever innocent in story times. Like there's story times where people are ignore hella red flags and they tell you, oh, now we supposed to be they coming to us for therapy, and then we not no therapists. So we can judge them as harshly as possible. And what they are looking for is justification in all this. pretty much. We not therapists, so we can choose. We can pick and choose if we don't like this person or if we don't like the story. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So, um, she obviously is telling her side, and we're sitting back, and we want to ask questions like go back to, her from the beginning when she was, when she first met him. She kind of made it seem like, yeah, he was after her and like he was nothing, and he had braces, and he, down little small digs at him trying to downplay him, but this man's in the NBA, like, he getting it together. So for her to be down in him, down in the cousins, then you like, all right, you know, I get it. He wasn't all that attractive. The cousins were weird, funny looking, short, and stuff like that. But her down in him, it don't make it easier. It don't, because we looking at you like, man, if you ignoring these red flags, red flags that you are calling out now, you ignore them. And then she said, oh. She also said that because he was big and tall and she was small in stature, that, he forcefully made her give him oral sex. Now, how true that is, that's a wild accusation. But him being who he is, or no, I don't know. I don't know if I could be forced to give somebody oral and be pleased with it. You know, that just don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. I thought she was gonna say when he pushed her in the closet, when he pushed her in the closet, that he was gonna force himself on her. I thought that's where we was going. And then that's when the beginning of the abuse started. You know? I believe he did that. Man, Dwight been doing suspicious shit. Remember on Wildin' Out, he did something crazy. Then he grabbed his teammate's dick. Dwight been doing suspect stuff. Man, that ain't nothing. That's so. But that ain't got nothing to do with this. He probably liked it all along. So Royce built like a boy. That's what he liked. That's what he liked. Royce was built like a boy, so he enjoyed that. Yeah. That could be true. That's funny. Yo. That's funny. Man, hey. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, man. I don't know, but I'm about to find out where she get this little snuggie at or whatever this thing. This thing look comfortable as hell. Like on a nice cold night, it's hot here in Oklahoma City. It was like 75 degrees here today, but yo, that thing look comfortable. I had to get one of them. So they dated for like, it had to be like 3 years because they met in 2004. And then she said like in 2007 they broke up because he cheated on her. So they had to date for like 3 years. And then that's when he cheated, they broke up. And then she was dating another guy and he called her over there. And she went to go see him and they had sex and had a baby. Okay? Now, I don't know how y'all's relationship's going, but like, I've seen, I've had some amazing hate I hate you, but I love you sex in my day. Okay, back in my day. What you want? You want an NBA player, Robin? Robin want her NBA player. I'm hook up. She want a young one too. Robin, them young ones gonna run circles around you, girl. They gonna run circles around you. We gonna be down here whooping on one of these young NBA players. Okay, because they messing with my sister. Well, yeah. It'll go down. But yeah, everyday people, man. Thank you all for joining the Rob. Damn. Oh Lord. Damn, what I say? The Rob. Yeah. Oh, the robe. You want the robe? Okay. All right, Robin B. You got a robe coming. Yeah. We need. It look like a blanket. It's like a hoodie blanket thing. Yeah, that thing look comfortable in a mug. Mm-hmm. On the cold. Oh yeah, and it's snowing out there too. Yeah. Let's get make sure y'all hit the Cashapp, man. Let's get Robin B her little personal robe thing. Okay. All right. She said she don't want an NBA player. She want a robe. Let's get Naya one. Let's get all the mods one, man. Y'all hit the Cashapp, man. Don't make no damn sense. He was so player jumper from relationship to relationship. Yeah, we all do that. When you young, look, he young and in the NBA. Y'all gotta remember, young in the NBA. She was a cheerleader. Like nothing. I ain't down on her job. I'm saying that's what they do. You're young and you're in the NBA. You knocking stuff down. Okay, that's just what it is. It is what it is. Why she called him Superman? Mm, I think the NBA called him Superman. I don't think that was a name for her. That was something that a moniker he came up with. Yeah. Don't touch celebrities. Nah, I wouldn't touch them. I wouldn't touch no celebrities. Give me a regular chick, okay? Give me a regular chick with bad credit and a Nissan Altima with dents all on it because she didn't hit all type of shit. Okay, if I was rich, yeah, give me one of them regular baby mamas that be crashing in cars. You know what I'm saying? Drive around with bald tires and no insurance shit. Don't give me a celebrity chick. Hell no. I don't need one that's been known all around the world. Okay. Um, I'm not toxic at all. Anti. Not toxic at all. Black men do not cheat. Okay. We gonna. All right. Well, everyday people, man. Thank y'all for joining. I'm gonna have to delete a lot of this extra. Cause y'all crazy. Hey man, thank y'all for joining, man. We gonna pick up on the next part. I might leave this live up. Should I leave this live up? I'm gonna leave it up because a lot of y'all came in late. I don't really feel like editing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might or y'all might not get a video in the morning, but if y'all do, it's gonna be lit. Okay, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Now, shout out to no. I forgot. Damn, I missed everything. Who was that? Oh yeah, shout out to Tori. I think she in the chat. Was she in the chat? Shout out to Tori because she brought this to my attention at the same time. When I seen this, I was like, okay, I'm getting home. I just went and took the kid out, and 100K on the way. 100K on the way. Y'all ready for the 100K giveaway? Man, we just did the 80K like a week ago. That's what it feels like. 80K giveaway a week ago. We're gonna do the 100K giveaway. I said I'm giving away $1,000 on the 100K. $1,000. Shit, I don't even make that much. Y'all gonna put me in a hole. I'm gonna be broke as fuck. Let me get these videos out so y'all can get some. Hey man, shout out to my everyday people, man. Shout out to y'all for holding it down, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna keep going up, keep getting lit, and we're gonna keep y'all entertained, man. I love y'all feedback, good, bad, and indifferent. You know what I'm saying? It is what we here for. We here to stay lit. Okay? So y'all keep it funky in the comments. I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And